Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your reading for April 2023 with me, Jackie, here on Romany Tarot. Okay, so before I start, I'd just like to thank those of you who have subscribed, those of you who view my readings, like any likes, shares, whatever it is. I do really appreciate it. All right, it really helps to grow the channel. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, we're going to do like I promised in the last reading. We're going to look into Black Moon Lilith. Okay, so this is not the actual overall focus of the reading, but I was curious and I thought, I had a rough idea what Black Moon Lilith was about, but I just wanted to do a little bit of research and see where this is coming from. So I've got my little cue cards here, so I've put a few things down. So let's have a look. So, what is Black Moon Lilith about? So, what my research came up with was Adam and Eve. I put Eve and Adam here. Adam and Eve, of course, from the Garden of Eden in the Bible. So she was considered a she-dom, a female demon, because she was banished from the Garden of Eden for choosing not to obey Adam. Adam wanted Eve, Lilith, to be subservient to him, but she refused. Anyway, Black Moon Lilith is about the point of the moon, which is called the lunar apogee, that's furthest away from the Earth. So it's not a physical place, rather a point that denotes our carnal desires and the need for empowerment. Using intuition, strength, and alchemy to unapologetically, if I can get it out, manifest greatness in our personal lives is the best way to create greatness and attain our goals. By fighting for independence and freedom with Black Moon Lilith, we can reclaim, define, and conceive the life we want, and more importantly, on our own terms. Lilith believes that no one should settle at the hands of patriarchy. She wants us to fight back by leaning into our shadow side and not compromising in any aspect of our life, especially our sex lives. Okay, so I thought that was quite interesting, just getting, skimming the surface of that. So let's have a look. Black Moon Lilith. So this placement in Aquarius is Lilith in Aquarius can be a little more clingy than usual when in relationships. They can also get up on their, say, fruit boxes and preach their passionate beliefs. But whatever it is, it's usually for a good cause and usually an important humanitarian person, a purpose even. So you are a good humanitarian person, but it's usually an important humanitarian purpose to help others. So that's really good. I've pulled your oracle cards. So I do feel something here that you're doing, Aquarius, that helps others in some way. So let's just let you know what decks I'm pulling from for this month's reading. So I've pulled the oracle cards from the LQ Oracle. So this deck, which is important, before I continue, I must mention that I've done little cue cards as well with sort of like bullet points really on sort of the meanings. Instead of reading from the whole description, which takes a bit of time, I've just put the things that sort of stick out to me with each of these cards. Now, it is important, I must say, to read whenever I get a deck of cards, whether they're oracle or tarot or even a book in general. I also make sure that I read it. It shows, some sort of, what can I say? It shows appreciation for the designer, the writer, the creator of the deck or the book. And it also, you've got to remember that the people that do these decks and books, they put in a lot of time, energy, and effort and work into these books. So, it's only fair and considerate, to read the books. So I always read the books. Yeah, so after that little rant, so I'll just put the book aside and we're going to go with these little cue cards that I've made for these oracle cards. So we can put that aside now. Okay, so as I said, the LQ for your oracle, the LQ oracle, and then I'm going to look into the chakra wisdom tarot. And then I'm going to clarify, ending the reading with the mystical moments, the tarot of mystical moments. All right, Aquarius. So let's crack on with the reading. Let's see what we have here. All right. So this we're going to do past, present, and future. These are sort of like the energies that are coming out. So your first card is She Who Guides, Mapula. Oh, can't say it anyway. She Who Guides. So this is all about a new path, a guide, renewal. So I do feel for some of you that you have in the past decided to take a new direction in some way, a new path. I mean, for all of you, for some of you, it's, all of us, it's going to be different. For some of you, it might be a new place to live. This could be, coming out of a relationship. It could be going into a new relationship, a new business, a new job. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything like that. So it's a new path and guiding others as well. She Who Guides, so she's some sort of inspiration for others to follow, especially if you're producing something that is a benefit. Remember what I said with that Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius. So some sort of something that helps others in some way. So you're a guiding light for others. With this card, we have leading the way, She Who Guides. And my key points here is making the first move so others will follow. All right. So it's like leading the way for others, especially if other people have been through the same experiences you have. All right. When I pulled these oracles, I must admit, and she'll know who she is. I did think of someone popped into my mind, when I see these cards. So yeah, so that was pretty strange. And also pausing and planning your next move. So that's another bullet point. So then we have where you're heading, know where you're heading, guiding others and being guided. So you've been guided in some way towards something that you feel really passionate about. Okay, Aquarius. This is really nice energy. All right. So, starting, you could be starting a new life, and a new start somewhere, anything like that. All right. So in your current energy, so this is the past energy, but in your current energy, we have She Who Nurtures, also a beautiful card here. So this is Colette, and it's about empathy, gentleness, and insight. All right. So insight is something that you have, I feel, a lot of experience about. It sort of carries on from this energy here, She Who Guides. Nurturing, empathy, gentleness, understanding, that's the word I'm getting, understanding how, people feel about certain things because you know how it feels. All right. So with the bullet points for this card, I should say, is also healing from grief. So some sort of grief as well that you've had to deal with. This could be in your work, in your personal life, anything in your family life, some sort of grief. Also, grief is maybe some sort of hassle that you've had to put up with as well with somebody. In another term, grief in the way that you're grief or grieving. I'm getting the word grieving because we do have She Who Hates in your future position. So also grieving over somebody, maybe somebody that's crossed over, somebody you've lost into spirit. This could be, whoever it is for you, because that's going to be for some of you. All right. So this could be a parent, whoever this may be. But also I'm feeling this grief, like putting up with a lot of unnecessary worry in some way, grief in the way that someone has caused you a lot of hassles in some way. Okay, so instinctively knowing what you are feeling. Um, so this is somebody and you as well. So you know how people feel and they know how you feel. All right, helping others in sharing your experience. So whatever you've been through, it's something you can carry forward to help others with. All right. Okay, so allow yourself to be nurtured by others as well. So, sort of let people sort of spoil you as well, Aquarius. All right. So that's interesting. So that's your current energy. So moving on to your future energy, we have She Who Aches. There we go. So this card is about sadness, solitude, silent, just being still, silent, withdrawn, sort of going into yourself a little bit. So I do feel here, like for some of you, you could be feeling disappointed about something. So it's like you're going, what can I say? You're taking sort of 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, or 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I don't know. Something seems to be there seems to be some sort of block in an area of your life. All right. So I'm not sure what that is. You'll know what that is. And for others of you, this could be because it does say sadness, solitude, withdrawn. So you could be aching, feeling some sort of pain. From some sort of loss. All right. Remember what I said. Maybe you've lost a parent or somebody in spirit, and you're still sort of pining for that person, and you really miss them, and you feel it still feels very raw, very painful for you. But this card is also about noticing what's in front of you as well. Um, as I say, that she's holding a book here, and on this picture I don't think you can quite see. I had trouble seeing it, but she has pages scattered around the floor. All right, and we have this magpie that is actually holding a ring in his beak. So he's offering something to her, and she's not seeing it. She's so caught up in how she feels in her grief that she's not seeing something that's being presented to her. All right, so let's have a look at these bullet points. The pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Okay, so we have here for this card being separated from someone or something you love. Believe in your ability and yourself. So you could be doubting yourself here in some way, your ability. Some of you might be feeling that something hasn't, I don't know, materialized as quick as you expected it to, or something is just taking its time. All right, but it tells you to believe in your ability and yourself. So spending too much time alone, releasing your thoughts onto paper. That was an interesting one, and that's what made me think of this person. Experiences and putting it down on paper, your experiences, your thoughts, and your, sort of getting it out in other ways, especially writing things down. Do not ignore offers of help and assistance. So, teamwork, I think, is very important at this moment instead of being in this sort of solitude, withdrawn state. So, be open to something someone's offered you or offering you. All right. That's interesting. Okay, so we're going to pull some cards. We're going to see, we're going to pull layers, and we're going to see where this is going. So we're going to pull next from the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. I've cut these into 3 piles. Well, I haven't cut them into 3 piles. I've divided them into 3 piles. So the first pile will be a major. The second card will be a court card, and the third card will be a minor arcana. Okay, and then I'm just going to clarify right at the end the last card to end the reading with the Mystical Moments Tarot. Okay, so let's get started. Aquarius. So I'm going to pull one for each of these cards and see the energies. I also have my little, my little cue cards here for the chakras, you know, just a more in-depth meaning of each chakra, apart from the, the basic meanings. Let's have a look. Okay, let's cut the cards. Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? So I'll only shuffle these once, the Chakra Wisdom. So your first card. Okay, so we have the Tower. The second card, Judgment. And the Moon. Okay, so we're working from the, in the past, we're working from that, I'd say that solar plexus energy with that yellow border. In the present moment, we're working from the Judgment cards would be the, I think the crown chakra. And then from the throat chakra, which is the moon, needing to voice something here, needing to get something out your system with that card. All right, so let's have a look. Okay, so let's go back to our Shiyu guides. So this energy, Shiyu guides, new path renewal. Here we're looking at instinctively, I'd say instinctively knowing with that solar plexus, this is about your intuition, your gut feeling, but something has been, I'd say some sort of foundation in the past is completely destroyed with the Tower. Something as I say, I wouldn't say rocked your world, I say turned your world upside down. I always get that sort of energy with the Tower card where something may have been built on a false foundation, and it's like, because we see here, I see the devil, she is on this side and we have the devil on that side. So this is like removing the negativity and the hassle, the upset, something or someone, you know, in your life that's caused you to what can I say? I'd say something in your past that, I mean, it didn't make your life easy. Whatever it was, it didn't. With the Tower card, this is destruction. It can be complete annihilation. So something very destructive here from the past that felt really destructive, that really sort of shook, you know, maybe knocked you for six in some way. That's what I want to say. So this has caused you to take, you know, to sort of come out and sort of build something on a new foundation. All right. So we say new path, guide, and renewal. So it's clearing out the clutter, the old stuff, you know. It had to come to a boiling point, the situation from the past, whatever it was, you reached boiling point where it's like an explosion, the Tower. So you've completely come to the end of your tether in some way. So, you know, that's how I'm feeling with that card. Okay, so we'll carry on with this line first. So we're going to pull a court card. So let me shuffle those first. I'm loving this current energy that you're in at the moment, Aquarius. This nurturing, empathy, understanding, knowing how it feels. You're being called here as well with this judgment card for something that you can share with others. You're being called to some sort of purpose. Remember, judgment is also a realization. So realizing that that something you're doing can be of use and be good for others. Right, I think I've done that enough. Just want to see the energies we have now. So let's have a look. Okay, so you have the Princess of Swords, the Knight of Wands. Okay, so you go from the Princess, which could be the Page. So we go from the Page to the Knight to the King. The King of Wands. Wow, great energy. So I'll read these cards. I'm just concentrating on this side at the moment. So whatever's happened, I feel here in the past, I think you've had to, I'd say, lay your cards on the table, say something with the Princess of Swords. This is the beginning as well. It's also the beginning of something. If we look at a page, or we say a princess, a page, it's like bucking up that courage to do something here. All right. So it's about making that first move. What's that saying? Sometimes you have to be, I don't know how deep that goes. You have to be cruel to be kind. So sometimes a little tough love is good as well. You know, being sort of clear and firm about something. So whatever you've had on your mind, whatever is, I'd say, turn your world upside down in some way, you've had to sort of take that first move. Make that first move to say something about it, to speak up about it. All right. Wow. Okay, so we're going to pull a minor arcana now, and then we'll move on to your present and future energy. I'm just concentrating on your past at the moment. I say past could be any time, yesterday, last week, last month, last year, you know, whenever it was. Okay, let's cut these. So I won't be shuffling this deck again because I've already shuffled them. So we'll put the cards anyway. 8 of Wands, lovely. Ace of Cups. So a lot of root chakras here, and then we have your sacral chakra. 9 of Coins. Another sign got this. We've got this card. Capricorn or Leo. One of those signs got this one as well. Yeah. So I'm just looking at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Swords at the bottom. It fits very well with this tower, I would say. Sort of coming to the end, like the ending of something here in the past, you know, sort of reaching, what's that, limits, reaching your limits in some way. Right. Okay, so you've had to get something off the ground here with the 8 of Wands. Remember, we're looking at the first chakra here as well. And then I forgot to say the Princess of Swords is working in the heart chakra. So this is really about getting something that's you've had to. It hasn't been easy. That's what I'm going to say. Whatever you've had to deal with here in the past, especially when you've had to speak up about something, um, you've had to sort of come from the heart space. You know, speak from the heart. You know how you feel, how you truly feel inside. All right. This could be in a positive or negative aspect where you've had to sort of speak up and say something like what it is or as it is. All right. So the Eight of Wands. Now this is usually a card. The Eight of Wands is usually can be communication, action. Things start moving for you. Um, it's a very quick energy, as with the Knight of Wands here as well. So this is a very quick energy. The Eight of Wands. It's something that happens very quickly. Being in this position, something I'd say something's got to give. That's the words that are popping into my mind. Something's got to give. So then we come out of whatever's happened here into this Eight of Wands. That's where you start the ball rolling in something. You start something in motion. Um, Communication, things coming backwards and forwards. This back and forth communication. All right, so let's move on now. So I'll pull the mystical moments right at the end of the reading. So now we're going to move on to this current energy here that's going on with this she who nurtures. So we're looking at empathy, guide, gentleness, insight, and we've got this guidance as well. So she who nurtures, hope and healing. So it's all about healing as well. So here in this current energy, as I said, there's something here where you understand how or someone understands how you feel and you understand how others feel. So someone, a certain person, or maybe a few people around you can relate to you, all right, and you can relate to them because you've experienced similar things. Okay, with the Judgment card, this is also about a realization. It's an awakening. It's a wake up call. You're being called to do something. Okay, so you'll know what that is, Aquarius. So you're being called for some sort of purpose here at this particular time. It's your calling. All right. And then here, of course, the crown. I think the crown chakra, yes. And then we're looking at, let's have a look at the crown chakra, by the way. So this is because you do have this position to me is quite important. So I will read this crown chakra. So it's all about input, and it's also the crown tells you that you know. Okay, you know what you have to do. Um, you know. So you're in possession of the facts, and you know what you have to do. That's what I want to say. So it's your thought process, your ideas, your inspiration. It's tapping into your consciousness, all right, with that crown chakra. What happens in your mind will, so this is up to you. Is usually, it can be positive, negative. I feel very positively here, but what happens in your mind will have an effect on everything else in your life, all right? Your mind is your most powerful weapon. It can empower you or diminish you by how you think. All right. So, as I said, taking 2 steps forward a little bit and 1 step forward, 2 steps back, whatever way you want to put it. There is something that's quite painful here going into the future. So, something that you've experienced, something that's also the past that, affects our futures in some way. Okay, so looking at this, you're being called for something and you're answering the call here. That's what I want to say with this Knight of Wands. It's sort of like, I think it's an offer. I would say for some of you, there is an offer because I do see this Ace of Cups coming in. Um, for some of you, it could be a new relationship with that Ace of Cups, but it could also be something that you feel really passionate about, something you really love doing, something new. Okay, so we could have a new project, a new job, a new relationship, anything like that. You'll know what that is, Aquarius. All right, so we're going to be sort of at the moment. It's like maybe things are a little bit. I feel that you could be busy, and I'm feeling that this busyness that you're doing could be really stimulate. It could be overstimulating your mind, like where you're sort of constantly thinking about your next move, what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. That's how I'm feeling with this energy. I'd be careful of a burnout as well, because that's where we come in. All right, so maybe needing as well some time for yourself, that solitude, maybe needing a bit of rest. But be careful what we do with that alone time, that relaxation time. So try not to overthink. All right, Aquarius. All right, as I said, Ace of Cups, lovely energy. We're coming near again from the root chakra. Just want to go back to this throat chakra card, which is the Knight of Wands. So I think with this card as well, I think using your voice is important at the moment. I feel that the communication is probably where you live. I'd say live, speaking to someone live, face to face. This communication coming in. So, this is the sort of thing that you're doing at the moment. I hope I'm making sense, Aquarius, in some way. All right, you could be speaking about something that is, as I said, that you feel very strongly about, very passionate about, a new idea, a new beginning, something new. All right, we have that from the past, that renewal energy here. So getting something off the ground as well. That's what I'm feeling here with this Ace of Cups. All right. You're going to feel quite excited about it. But there is something happening around you at the moment. Going in, I say going into the future. It could be happening now, where you are feeling a little bit, maybe because you've been too busy or something. You've got some sort of block, as I said, or some sort of it could be sorrow as well, where you're grieving. Right, so let's move on. Okay, so let's move on to this future energy. So we do have the moon. This could be because we're working from the throat chakra here as well with that blue colour. There could be words that need to be said. Something needs to come out. This is a beautiful card. I love this card, this moon card. I think you've I think going forward, apart from what you're dealing with or what you've been dealing with or what you're going through at the moment, I think that you're going to surprise. Are you going to surprise yourself? You're going to surprise people around you about something maybe that you've kept under wraps up till something you're going to reveal. So it's some sort of revealing because it does come in this row. After this revealing, we come into the King of Wands. The action. Really sort of going. And of course, that again, we have that crown chakra there. All right, so really something that you've been working on. I think something that you've been doing, you've been working on. It does bring in results. It's something to do with your creativity, something that you do with the Nine of Coins. Lovely. So let me just look at that, and that's the sacral chakra. So if we look at that, I want, so it's having the things that you want. This is about results, you know, something that you're seeing the results for here in this outcome position, because this is the last card. It's a lovely card to sort of finish the layout on the Nine of Coins. Financial, of course, we know Nine of Coins is about financial independence. It's a card of independence. It's being able, you know, it doesn't have to be drastic. I'm talking about millions of pounds, but you know, you will be able to you'll be able to maybe relax more in the future because you'll be in a better position uh, financially. This is about doing the things you want or getting the things you want, because the sacral chakra is all about I want. All right, so it's the things that you want. All right, into with being next to that Ace of Cups. This could also be a new relationship, or sparking or kindling that intimacy in an existing relationship, even. All right, but it's also a card of your creativity, your self-expression. All right, it's a card of maturity, and it's a card of looking after yourself. So yeah, so looking after yourself, treating yourself, getting the things that you want, Aquarius. All right. Okay, so let's just pull one here from the mystical moments, just to close the reading off and see what we have. My little knock. Come in. Knock, knock. It's funny, I just said that. Knock, knock. Come in, because I knock the cards. So it's like, I'm just like thinking out loud. Knock, knock. Come in. I mean, you could be getting, when I see that coming in there, an unexpected visitor as well. So maybe you're getting an unexpected visitor. Someone you're welcome, someone who you're welcoming, someone that you are pleased to see. I also want to say the words making the best, because we start here with the Tower, making the best of a bad situation in the past. Right, I think I've shuffled them enough, Aquarius, don't you? I've no pictures left on them. Okay, so let's finish the reading with the High Priestess. This is what I was looking for this month's reading. We're looking at, if we go back to the Black Moon Lilith, I was looking at intuition, I was looking at strength and alchemy. So it wouldn't surprise me that the other two cards, if they did come over, that would be a miracle, strength and temperance. But they haven't. Seven of Pentacles, yes. The next thing to move on to, King of Cups. Great. Nice cards. Page of Swords. So we have that twice. We have that at the bottom of the deck. Okay. It's about educating yourself as well with this card being at the bottom of the deck. It's all about learning from your past experiences, learning from your current experiences, and taking them experiences forward. But don't overdo don't overdo it, especially paperwork, reading and stuff. Do a bit at each time. Try not to take too much, and it's putting your ideas out there. Wishes. We have that. I forget what they call that flower now. The ones you blow. I forgot. You'll know what it is anyway. So when we blow them, we make a wish, don't we? So it's about putting, your wishes out. We can be looking at the law of attraction here as well with that symbol there, putting out what you put out, you get back. So all that sort of good stuff. Okay, so finishing here. All right, so that we're looking at the High Priestess. Also, we know the High Priestess is it's also about planning as well, sort of planning for the future, using that gut instinct, knowing what you need to do to start this Eight of Wands. You've got the Eight of Wands, things have started moving, so it's time. This is the past position to start putting them plans into action. All right. And here to end this row, the Seven of Pentacles. So it's the next thing. That's what I'm thinking of, the next thing. So we need to keep nurturing. Remember, nurturing what we have planted. We planted the seeds. Things are growing. We need to keep on top of things. That's what I want to say. Keep on top of things. So don't leave things to the last minute. Don't, sort of look after what you have already. See it through to its full potential, I'd say, in some way, something that you need to see through to its full potential. And it's also about planning, you know, once something's grown, it's about moving on to the next thing as well. Lovely. And here, the King of Cups. Really nice energy here. I'd say the King of Cups in this ending here is about, after we go through this, she who aches. All right, being going through, as I said, some sort of sadness, solitude, solitude, silent, withdrawn. All right, we come out into this state of being able to, I'd say the King of Swords, King of Cups is someone who has mastered his emotions. He knows how to keep things under control. But for you coming here with these cards, it's something to be revealed. So remember, the King of Cups can be quite secretive, and also mysterious. So there's some sort of mystery here when I see the Moon card and the King of Cups in the outcome position. So some sort of mystery that you're going to sort of reveal. It's something that's going to come out. It's something that's going to help you in some way. All right, especially when it comes to your money and also your I'm getting creativity a lot with these cards, especially when I see the King of Wands. It's like being, for some of you, being your own boss or being at the top of your game in some way. All right, so you're at the top of your game in some way. All right, Aquarius, I have been rattling on 43 minutes, nearly 44. So I'll end the reading there. I really do hope it resonated with some of you. If you enjoy the reading, please don't forget to subscribe. It really does help, and I do appreciate it. All right, so I'll end it there. Good luck, whatever it is you're dealing with, whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you're going through, Aquarius. I wish you all the best of luck. God bless. And I'll be back with your May readings very soon. Bye.